Good morning, friends. Welcome back to our class, Professional Ethics and Human Values. So we are entering in this class with the second unit of our Professional Ethics and Human Values. Right? Let me share screen to you all. Okay. So once again, a very warm welcome to you all. Second meet CS and IT semester 2 19 regulation. My name is Sam Kumar, MBA assistant professor, MBA in our KHIT. So in this unit 2, professional ethics and human values. So this is the syllabus of our professional ethics and human values. That is, first topic is here: truthfulness, customs and traditions, value education, human dignity, and human rights, fundamental duties. So here we are focus upon these two very important things: human rights and fundamental duties. These are two very important topics. And we have another topic is aspirations and harmony, gender biases. Next, emotional intelligence. Based upon this topic, we have Solvay and Mayer's model for emotional intelligence. And next topic is emotional competencies. And finally, conscientiousness. So these are the topics we have in our second unit. So principles for harmony. So here, principles means a set of rules and regulations we need to follow. So these rules is for maintain harmonies. So harmony means here agreement, a good relationship between the employees or between the human beings. That is called as here harmony. So simply rules and regulations for maintain good relations. Rules and regulations for maintain harmony. Rules and regulations for maintain good agreements between the human beings and between the departmentals in an organization. That is called as here principles for harmony. So rules and regulations for agreement or maintain good relationship in the company, as well as between the human beings or between the friends or between the relatives, whatever it is. So rules and regulations for maintain good relationship with the organization and with all the friends and relatives, if it works in our workplace also. So principles for good harmony between the departments or between the colleagues, right? So this is our second unit syllabus. So today's class we need to discuss about emotional intelligence, right? So from total second unit, the emotional intelligence is a very important thing. So that's why we need to go through about these things. Of completion of this thing, Solvay Mayer's models, emotional intelligence, and then we need to go for fundamental duties and human rights, as so on, right? So first, coming to the emotional intelligence. What is meant by emotional intelligence? So emotional intelligence means here emotions controlling, emotions balance. Simply we can say it as emotional intelligence. We need to control our emotions. We need to have the grip upon our emotions. That is called as here emotional intelligence. So we need to focus upon balancing and controlling of emotions, right? So don't expose our emotions upon others. That is called as here emotional intelligence. So in this part, we need to discuss about what is emotional intelligence, that is the specific meaning and some characteristics of emotional intelligence, and how to increase our EQ, means emotional qualities. So based upon these factors, we can develop our emotion balances. So this is a chart we need to discuss emotional intelligence. So coming to here, emotional intelligence is a person's ability to understand their own emotions. Look at carefully. Ability to understand their own emotions, the emotions of others, and to act appropriately using these emotions. So here, act and act. So here, first of all, understanding their own emotions and others' emotions. Understanding thing, first part. Based upon this understanding, we can adapt something. So based upon that knowledge and that gaining knowledge, and we can apply in our actions, through our actions. So coming to the next thing, act appropriately by using our emotions, So emotional intelligence is a person's ability to understand their own emotions and others' emotions, and try to act appropriately using these emotions. And coming to the next point, emotional intelligence never stops growing because we are always evolving as people. EQ is something that must be nurtured, right? So, so emotional intelligence is one of the type of value we need to develop ourselves, develop our individuality. Already I told you that in the first unit, we have three terms: ethics, morals, and values. Ethics and morals and values. So ethics are used for understanding the situations of others and understanding the behavior and attitudes of others and try to help the others. So here others means societal people. So society means here friends, relatives, neighbors, and unknown persons. These are the four categories or comes under the society. Already we know, right? So in front of these friends, relatives, neighbors, and unknown persons, simply in front of the society, we need to focus upon their situations and we need to focus upon the attitude towards towards them, right? So here exactly ethics means understanding situations and feelings of others and try to help them, having pity and kindness towards them, and do the right things and don't do the wrong things, having the good manner and don't having the wrong manner upon upon others means here society. That is called as, already we discussed, ethics. But second thing is morals is totally the same concept, but here we need to focus upon insider people. Insider people. So here insider people means father, mother, brothers and sisters. If maybe in the future our life partner, right? So focusing upon our insider people and what do's for insider people and what don't do's for insider people and how to have the right manner in front of the insider peoples and don't having the right wrong manner in front of the insider peoples. This is all about morals. Morals. So here morals, we need to focus right actions, right behavior, and try to understand the situations of insider people and try to help them and having kindness and having pity upon our insider people. That is called as here morals, right? Values means here, so self-help skills. So develop ourselves is called as here self-help skills, right? So through these self-help skills, we have some different types of values we have. So those are emotional intelligence is the first key important value which is we need to develop for our development, for our individuality, for our personality development, right? So it is one of the value, and it is emotional intelligence is one of the type of our value, right? So it is emotional intelligence is the key factor to develop ourselves, So in front, behind this emotional intelligence, we have another types of values that those are self-control, self-discipline, self-motivation, self-encouragement, right? Diet control, body control, meditation. So these are the few different types we have in these values. These values. So from these values, we need to focus upon the first thing, emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence is here controlling of our emotions, balancing upon our emotions. So first of all, here already I told you, and look at here, to understand the emotions, understand our emotions, and understand others' emotions also. Based upon these understanding levels, we need to focus those actions based upon our adapting levels. So these are the emotional intelligences, right? So emotional intelligence is a person's ability to understand their own emotions and emotions of others and to act appropriately using these emotions. Emotional intelligence never stops growing because we are always evolving as people. EQ is something that must be nurtured. So this is all about emotional intelligence. So simply emotional intelligence means emotional balances, self-balancing, self-controlling of our emotions. Simply emotional intelligence means balancing of our emotions or balancing of our or controlling of our emotions. So now look at the characteristics of emotional intelligence, right? So here, first point, looking the characteristics, knowing one's feeling, knowing the one's feeling. So we need to know the feelings of others. So if we want to control our emotions, we need to focus upon the feelings of other persons. Once again, I want to repeat it. Listen carefully. If you want to control your emotions, you need to understand the feelings of others and situations of others. So that is the first feature of emotional balance or intelligence. So understanding or knowing and having knowledge about others' feelings and others' situations, right? If we know these other person's feelings, then automatically we can control and we can balance our emotions, and we may try to help them based upon their feelings and situations. Am I right? So coming to the next feature, managing emotions and feelings appropriately. Managing emotions and feelings appropriately. So here, look at this point, understanding their emotions and other emotions. So here, managing emotions through this understanding levels. So managing emotions and feelings based upon understanding their own emotions and understanding others' emotions. Based upon these two things, we can easily managing our emotions and feelings. So through understanding and put these understanding levels into action. So then automatically we can manage these emotions and feelings appropriately. We can easily manage, right? By using understanding and put into their actions. Next, coming to the another third uh, characteristic is here, that is able to motivate self, means self motivation. So here we need to develop self. So through self encouragement, through self motivation, through self control, not based upon others, right? So motivating not only, sorry, self motivation is the another part of here, right? Next, coming to the next point, ability to persist in face of frustrations. So ability to persist to face of frustrations. So we all are also we are all aware about this frustration. Frustration means next level of depression. Next level of depression. So depression came from our negative thoughts, our negative attitude. So negative attitudes through depression. Next level is frustration. Frustration. So here, emotional intelligence, another characteristic is we need to persist and we need to manage and we need to face the frustration also. Frustration. So here, emotional controlling is one of the factor and one of the future is here, face the frustration. If we have the frustration, but try to not exposing this frustration to upon others. Am I right or not? Emotional intelligence is one of the intelligence is simply controlling of our emotions. So one of the emotion is here frustration. So controlling of our frustration, face frustration. So this frustration through balancing of our emotions, right? So here, look at here. So to face the frustration, to control our frustration is another characteristics of emotional intelligence. Next, coming to the ability to control impulses and delay gratifications. So control our impulses and delay gratifications, right? And another point is here, ability to emphasize with others. So ability to emphasize with others. Emphasize means here focusing upon, try to with others, try to be with others, right? And next, coming to the point, capacity to hope, capacity to have the hope and social competencies. These are the few characteristics we have in the emotional intelligence. Coming to the next slide. So how to increase our or your emotional qualities, emotional intelligence. So first one is here, conduct a personal inventory. So conduct a personal inventory. So here you need to develop your personal inventory. So invent yourself. So simply identify your feelings, identify and know your abilities, and identify and know your capabilities and your attitude, and uh, mm, try to develop a right and good manners, right? And coming to the next point, analyze the setting and identify the skill needed. Identify the setting and identify the skill needed to control yourself, to control your emotions, right? So analyze. Analyze means checking and set, check and set, and also identify the skills needed to control your emotions, balancing your emotions. So you should identify your skills and you should set and analyze for skills needed to control your emotions. And next, enlist trusted friends. So here, look at here, trusted friends. Trusted friends. Friends are not always good. I'm right. So you need to find out and you need to list out trusted friends, and focus on a few competencies. So competencies means here competitive levels. Focus upon competencies. And next, practice. of your skills, and practice of your emotional balances, controlling of your emotions. That task should be practiced in a daily manner, right? So practice your controlling of emotions, right? So if you want to develop emotional intelligence, if you want to have grip on controlling your emotions, just you need to do one thing: practice. Practicing of controlling of your emotions, practice your balancing of emotions, right? Just having the patience and having hold you yourself, hold you yourself, right? So practice it for controlling of your emotions. Next, be observant and reflective. Next, observant means observing others and adopt something. And reflective, reflective means observing others and adopting something. And reflect and put into actions, right? That is what observe and reflect. Simply observe and just adopt something, and this adapting part or knowledge put into action, that is called as here reflective. And next, don't expect immediate results. So it is very important thing to control our emotions. So don't expect immediate result. You do something and you are waiting for some result. So you don't expect positive results and you don't expect immediate results also. These are the first source and important source to reduce our emotions, right? Not only immediate results, don't expect for anything. Don't expect దేని గురించి కూడా ఏ ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్ పెట్టుకోకూడదు ఫ్యూచర్ లో. So don't expect anything for your future. So this is the major and key important thing to reduce our emotional control, to develop our balancing upon our emotional balances. Next, learn from your mistakes. It is another important thing. Learn from your mistakes, right? To to have the intelligence upon your emotions, to control your emotions. And finally, acknowledge your success. Acknowledge your success means here just you want to just you need to recollect your all successive steps, all successes already which you have had, right? So in this session we discussed about what is meant by emotional intelligence and characteristics of emotional intelligence, and then what are the ways and what are the factors we need to develop our emotional intelligences, right? So here, once again, I want to repeat it, and I will end up this session with these characteristics and what are the various steps we have to develop our EQ, emotional intelligence, emotional qualities, not IQ, right? So here, emotional intelligence means balancing of our emotions, controlling of our emotions. That is called as here emotional intelligence. So controlling of our emotions is based upon two things: understanding our own emotions and understanding other person's emotions, and try to act act based upon the knowledge and put into the action in an appropriate manner. That is called as here exactly emotional intelligence. So here already we discussed the characteristics of people here: knowing one's feeling. So knowing or gain the knowledge or observing the other's feelings. So next one is managing emotions and feelings in an appropriate manner. So this is the another characteristics of emotional intelligence. Next, able to motivate yourself. Able to motivate yourself means simply self-motivation, self-encouragement, self-control, self-balance for to have the emotional intelligence. Next, ability to persist in face of frustration. So you need to control your frustration levels and ability to impulses and delay gratifications. And next thing is ability to emphasize with others, capacity to hope and social competencies. These are the few characteristics in emotional intelligence. And coming to the next point is here, already we discussed how to increase your qualities or emotional control or emotional intelligence is here. So these are the steps or these are the factors or ways to develop ourselves. That is, conduct personal inventory. So here conduct means doing. Personal means here ourself inventory. So find out yourself, your balances, your attitude, your values, your ethical levels, your moral levels. So find out yourself, what you are. So first way to develop emotional intelligence is here, find out you. So find out yourself, right? That is called as here personal inventory. Next, analyze the setting and identify the skills needed to develop our emotional intelligence. And next, enlist trusted friends. Just list out your true friends, right? And focus upon a few competencies. And next best thing is practice of our balancing of emotions, controlling of your emotions. So practice of your emotional controls. And next, be the observer, be the observant, observing others and try to know and try to adopt something and reflect it means simply put it in action to upon the others. So that is all here, observant and reflective. Next, don't expect immediate results. So don't expect immediate results for your actions. Not only don't expect immediate results, but also don't expect anything for your future. So this is the very important thing for your controlling of emotions. And next, learn from your mistakes and acknowledge your success. These are the few ways to develop our emotional intelligences. So, so today's class we discussed about emotional intelligence characteristics and what are the ways to develop our emotional intelligence means how to control our emotions, how to control our emotions, right? So thanks for listening, guys. In the next class, we meet to emotional intelligence, Salves and Mayer's, right? So in the next class, we will meet that topic, right? Thanks for listening. Bye, guys. Stay home, stay safe, be careful. Thank you, bye, guys.